Yeah, it is Nick actually taking the restos, as I believe you said. So, point for you, Kung Fu.
Okay, wow, I get a point. I still need, what, 80 more to qualify for the Challenger qualis? Surely Matol will give me that crown point now. Since they are abstract, unlike CDPR ones.
Surely. But we are going into the first game of the finals of Open number 2. Myamon starting us off with an open sesame. Getting that carryover set up nice and early. On the other side, Nick opts for seditious aristocrats. Wonder what kind of schemes they would be expect they need to plot against here coming out from Myamon. Could see the thinning of the casino bouncers, potentially even just a bare knuckle brawler coming down to knock out these seditious aristocrats. Easy 4 coins being spent there as a potential play. But says I don't really care too much yet.
Yeah, let me just do my thing. I'll thin my own ship.
Brawler should be enough to board wipe the next turn anyways. Oh, unless Namir comes out.
Okay,
Then now.
not in this case.
This aristocrat's a lot more scary now. Since this Amir is online. Oh, very gold up to the odd fiend sees here. Very aggressive from Nick. Possibly even looking for a win on even. Which I think is quite possible unless like it's a lot of goals Myamon doesn't really want to spend here.
Yeah. And
could be nerf regarding
okay. There are locks. So you cannot really finish it off in one if your junior is getting locked here because some extra points appear. Spending leader charges. If you see your opponent being quite in a fighting mood for round 1, maybe you can. But once again, spending any coins when you can use it with Izora ship is not.
Yeah, you need like 3 leader charges to deal with this.
Yeah.
Or even more if you well, depending on this odd fiend founds.
Yeah, this was potentially something extra, but the soldier is not doing much there. Okay, click, 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 click. Not enough. And your spender is getting locked. Nice to see Nick implementing the newly released Harpy skin as well. So, CDPR released some new cosmetics. If you are just accidentally tuned into Gwent after 3 years of not following it, the game is still alive and even gets some new content saved from what? Thronebreaker, most likely?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it is surprising. Like, there's so many new models and like leader icons sort of coming in. But what was not surprising is this servant coming down to. It was a servant. Oh no, it was a Philippe.
Yeah, Philippe got committed instead of a servant. I was just promoting Gwent a little bit into the masses who maybe are like, oh, the game has been stopped in development. Yeah, we have some tournaments. Nice. Yeah, ship is going. Unlike Gwent, this ship is disappearing and it's not returning. Gwent is here to stay for at least a little bit more.
Yeah. Gwent not doomed, which fills us all with a lot of joy.
Yeah. Let's raise the glass of opium.
Yes.
This is what we're sipping on, guys.
Early Yellow King. Nick playing really aggressive, probably wanting to get as much use out of this odd fiend still sitting on board as possible. And that can help spread some more spines for this aristocrat. Has the crew to follow up with Joachim. Gives it spying again. Replays it because this odd thing will reset.
Syndicate gets both bronze
insane.
engines there from
Okay,
Joachim.
Ball is a top deck.
Mhm.
Interesting. How's Roderick looking? Roderick is guaranteed to find either Ball or Fergus. Those are the only 2 golds remaining. If Nick wants to go like real aggressive, can just play Ball this round, potentially even push for a 2-0. Gotta be careful of Ixora right now, though.
This looks so nice for Ixora if you hit a Spander. But yeah, probably should wait at least a turn or 2. But yeah, the problem is... yeah, this is Ixora. Kalik, get a Spander, and you are set for life. Kill in units, but yeah, the problem is that Nick is putting lower power units now onto the board. And yeah, Nick is continuing this active gameplay. So double Joachim into the Masquerade Ball. Aristocrats are in hand. Not much to poison
Ball
now.
looks like Ball was put to the bottom of the odd fiend there. And then gotten with the Roderick anyway, so keeping the soldier a bit higher up. It's a bit of interesting choice. Novgorod click, not amazing. I guess you just take the Fire Swan. Does actually have a tribute. Takes it. Tribute 1 boosted by 2. Not too shabby. And will be happy if units are spawned, which can happen with the Eventide Plunder, I suppose.
Okay, so didn't find a Spander, would have been much nicer to do it in a different way. Wait.
This
This is not enough for...
You're not getting an open sesame. That leader doesn't seem awfully helpful. Doesn't get ahead either. I don't think Nick is passing at this point. Could go for... I mean, Admiral and Parley looks pretty solid here.
Yeah, I guess Myamon expected to kill, because that looks like with the leader, like a plan. To kill one of the big bronzes, but some things are happening on the Myamon playing Syndicate. We've seen the pass against Renova on that double ship pull from the graveyard. This also didn't feel necessary.
So just spreading the poisons right now. Interesting. Tends to be a better play if you're trying to maximize servant value. Yeah, with no Purify, you don't need to try and like poison the Ixora with 2 poisons immediately. A lock is enough to just
Knees are drowning in shite, but heads in the clouds.
lock her up, basically.
Ixora still stopped one engine from growing to what? Probably like 15 points overall.
Yeah. Yeah, grown so much. So 1 poison finished off. Could get sort of 2 more kills with poisons if you use a servant onto this Roderick. Immediate lock and probably just poison this Joachim then, yeah. Huge point gap. It's only 1 open sesame in graveyard right now. Saffronch is not looking particularly scary.
Salamander has no fear of fire.
And nicely played by Nick, spreading units on like both sides of these artifacts to play around this Salamage. Maybe should have put this one of these on the other side of the bowl as well, but doesn't matter too much, still hits some armor.
So, poisons taking control here over the Novigrad. The spread of drugs is overwhelming, and the only saving grace here for Myamon is the ship, or the last light of hope. Maybe the support, the doctors are coming on the ship to help the spread of this poisoning.
Yeah, Yeah, I worry it might go the same way as the Flying Redanian and might end up in a bit of a doomed outcome, but let's see.
So,
So
no
notably-
reason not to click and play here for Nick. This Fank is kinda useless in the next round, and also plays the leader for maximum value. Not maximum value, since it wouldn't be better in round 3 with the statuses on the board, and also denies a spender, so
Wait, why? Yeah, it's for a spender. You could have hit the Kungfoorabbit once you get rid of the
so
spender.
it's not the greatest value, but I believe it's better here than in round 3 anyway. With this point gap, you're also trying to just force everything into.
And this is Nick's deck sucks for round 3. Like, there's nothing good. It's so slow and awkward to play.
Wait,
Nick basically needs a 2-0, otherwise Myamon likely takes the win with just a Jacques. But I don't think it's really doable to catch up this many points with an open sesame that you can't even proc really. And
okay,
King of
there we
Beggars.
go. King of Beggars strikes again, but slightly different this time. And Nick gets a win number 1. This is best of 5, so you need 3 victories. And Nick starts nicely here with the Masquerade Ball victory.
Oh my gosh, I can't. What is it with King of Beggars these days? Maybe the Nilfgaard. It
is
is.
Nilfgaard.
They've actually taken
Yay!
Syndicate blue coin.
Was that more more believable?
That was perfect, Kungfu. Absolutely perfect.
Okay.
Alright. So here's the verification. The only neutral card in this Syndicate deck. Myamon has a lot more neutral cards, notably both teleportations in hand. I think that Nick might have been expecting to face the Nilfgaard and thinks this is a very possible win for his Syndicate. Like, if you're able to set up your brawlers, you can effectively just board wipe. Unless, say, like this Defender gets played, which could pose a bit more of a problem, but this Combat Engineer, don't think it's sticking around for long.
Yeah, and the problem is you are not running any control yourself, only hidden inside the machine. So
Yeah, and that needs setup.
you could protect your engineer with your leader, but there is a caveat of teleportation being rendered useless. So yeah, checks. But although I'm not sure what he was checking on. Plays the defender now.
You'd never ask.
Okay. Open sesame, let's go.
Yeah, so now it's Vigo, Combat Engineer, because it'll set up a really nice teleportation target. Also helps retrigger a simulator as well, which can be kind of nice at giving a few more points to actually contest this round 1. But Sixora is actually really valuable. Despite killing a 1 power unit, it stops there being a setup for these teleportations. That's actually really, really well played.
No hiding from the control on Nick's side for Myamon. So attempt number 3.
And I don't know if there'll be another trick up the sleeve for Nick to nip this problem in its bud.
Yeah, spending leaders once again is not advisable. There is no sesame. And
So it's a
finds a
pass.
pass button. Well, teleportations are known to be quite a slow play cards. So you have 2 of them. This is the deck's original bronze, so you cannot trigger assimilate and get extra points.
No. Granted, there's also only 1 assimilate per turn as well. Is this
So
just Necro?
necromancy. Necromancy.
All the Mancies coming out.
Yep.
True wasted in Myamon.
Okay, so Myamon got
What's
rid of Arcane Tome. That would have been like quite beneficial to Nick as well to combo things together.
I just want to say, note that the Vigo is premium, but the combat engineers from the base deck are not premium, I believe. And that's purely so that Myamon can tell which one was created or not.
Yeah, this is the secret of Gwent that people maybe not picking up initially while playing. You learn that this is how it working, so that you can distinguish and know which one is triggered in a simulate, etc., etc. Well, it's mostly, but also for the order of cards in decks, you can utilize that. So, Candle. Novigrad found, but Nick is not playing the ship, so needs to play a unit. Of course, this is ideal hand. Conjurer Scandal, I choose you. Open Sesame, go. But then, like... okay, so...
That was a click. Yeah, basically saying
click.
it's important enough for me to set up the candle straight away. I don't care what kind of random bronze this guy's gonna give me. Okay, fair enough, I suppose.
So Izora was committed, and one Sesame was, and yeah, Nick also gets double artifact carryover. Myamon got charges through combat engineers, also spent defender. Well,
These teleportations look very sketchy, because keep in mind when they teleport, the new Rotoster or the new Mangonel or whatever don't get increased charges. But keeps them, only has access to one Petri's filter with this Neuromancy. Kind of curious. Yeah, what are these teleportations doing? This... Wait, did Nick not boost? That's... yeah, just gonna get killed by a Mangonel here. I mean, maybe it doesn't make a huge difference if you're expecting this Joachim setup adjacent, because now this Mangonel each charge does 2 damage. Quite scary.
So...
And Myamon can repeat that by using Ku on Joachim to pull out the second Mangonel, and that's guaranteed.
Still the question of teleportations, open to interpretation, I suppose.
You can get like 1 cow, I guess, if one of the rock tossers sticks.
So unlike NR Defender that is out of reach for things like Renew and AA, Nilfgaard Defender survived. And
That's true.
he's at 90, so you can renew that. But also, yeah, I guess the teleportation is Renew Artorius Combat Engineer that definitely survives, and I can teleport that for even more charges. I'm saying while looking at this Horson's Freak Show.
Yes. But hey, maybe you're happy
like
to get the freak show out, because then you might be able to stick a rock tosser by... Well, you just killed one of the freak shows. Nick actually mulliganed to the second freak show. I don't know if you're really going to have easy access. Because you're missing a lot of golds right now, right? Like, Nick is missing this Caleb, this Azar, this boat. Doesn't even have the verification to transform Petri's filter into Neither Zeal.
Yeah. Does have a bank, and bank is supposed to bring a Caronte, and the Caronte is supposed to do the heavy lifting, but good luck with that. So Roderick is on the False City duty. The coup is put in the guaranteed mangonel. Okay.
We're only like 3 cards in, yet it feels like so much has already happened to some degree. This Petri's filter threatens so much. You're probably not catching on for a little bit of a while. But yeah, if there's a row that can be filled up, then probably... well, Myamon will pull the trigger, I imagine. What is Renew playing for?
Okay, so
It is the
Artorias.
Vigo Combat Engineer.
What is truth if not an illusion?
So inviting the freak show, but there is a Hysteria in hand.
Yeah.
So
It might be a cleaner answer than having to commit this freak show where it likely gets killed off. No. It's still.
So, teleportation getting valid value, +3, plus the simulate trigger, plus all the charges. Can't say no to that. Is it advisable to spend the things? Not against the deck that has no poisons. On the other hand, we see that Nick is ready to start clicking the buttons.
Also, the simulate from Vigo is pretty scary as well, because each cow you spawn triggers that simulate. We see this freak show protected, but, well, Ku, Joachim, and Demangana will be enough to kill off the freak show. This is probably also part of why Myamon wanted to go for that decree in the round 1. Like, it looked a bit awkward in being able to catch up, but it does set up perfect top decks for your Joachim here. And you see that paying dividends. And this bank is under so much pressure for Nick. It wanted to play so many cards, but it can only find so much. Seabird on top, well, that's the only option, actually. So, definitely has to take that. Only spender is the candle right now. Feeling kind of awkward.
Yeah, there it is. Do anything about it.
You could even, I don't know if it's right, but if Myamon really wants, you could give Zeal to the Hefty Helg and just kill the Akarantia right now. Whereas, yeah, like this Slander, this Kurt, I'm not really convinced on sort of what they're achieving. So Open Sesame is super sketchy, again, without a spender.
Okay, the roping doesn't help to do anything
No.
in time.
It's just a rock tosser. There's no need to spend immediately when you have the Zeal for the second one anyways and can wait for the board to get more developed. How many charges does this rock tosser have?
We've seen what, 5 engineers.
Right.
The semblance of the hunt don't interest me.
No comment. It keeps happening. Yeah, we refuse to continue talking about it. What is KOB doing today? There are only 4 players. Okay, all of them are playing. Just based on today, nerf King of Beggars, I don't care.
Please, I can't deal with this anymore.
Poisoning the poisoner is probably not ideal, but you need to fill the row. And like inviting Nick to spend money on the poisons that he most likely is not connecting is of course beneficial to you.
Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah, we need to come back and actually talk about the game, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. It's a bit awkward for me, I want, in terms of what the last card to play actually is. You might just have to play this teleportation for this to do much. And you can give charges to all the machines currently on field, but yeah, I don't think you really want to. You're not saving the zeal for this whole last say. I'd say.
Was he
Or
not
using it on the
supposed to
roll
kill
tosser.
King of Beggars? Does it matter?
Probably.
Like, he had charges, he didn't play the cows. Although, yeah, that costs you an extra cow.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick did a decent job of sort of splitting units up across the artifact, having only the boat on one side. Made a bit awkward in terms of having the number of cows needed. Here comes the Helg. Yeah, just sits on it. Helg looks pretty safe here.
Yeah, no damage, and Red wins the
And Nick
game.
gives up.
That's why this deck is getting banned more often than not. You have your Chirontes and the Zoras, you try to answer the amount of charges the machines are getting, and in the end it doesn't even matter. So we get Nilfgaard 2. I'm happy we witnessed this. Does it feel any different playing against this compared to playing against Alumni? I'm not certain. Like, I know that we were like fake reacting to Alumni, especially myself, but yeah, this deck also has opponents and proponents and all that, because it also greets and in the end has a huge payoff in round 2-3.
But, you know, like, I know we focus on the rot tosses, right? But you saw how scary the mangonels were as well, especially in combination with that Joachim.
Okay, so the battle for the crown of the title of best Syndicate deck, but this is best of one between two decks, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You can draw your conclusions and just run with it. I don't know. Post a million chat messages, etc.
Yeah.
Mentioning
I'd much rather draw conclusions than draw King of Beggars.
Oh. Yeah, let's see how successful players are at avoiding it.
Which so far so good. I don't think we saw any King of Beggars in the Mulligan phase, or if we did, it was swiftly returned to the deck. Both have Novigrad in hand, so both able to correctly read their maps. And both have at least one open sesame, although Nick might find a bit of an easier way into the vault with the 2 in hand. Both have one shady vendor to get access to additional open sesames.
Myamon has double thinning, which is alright as far as the tempo goes in round 1. What, 8 and
Nice
9?
Yeah, nice to not have to stick that spender as much, especially if you're not really gonna worry about playing Shady Vendor to start with. We do see the Novigrad from Blue Coin. Quite interesting. This means that Mel is likely pushing harder in these first 2 rounds. This might have been because they fear of this verification. Now, that play, well, I found that strictly unbearable. But
I think the players will survive, or Myamon will survive the loss of artifact.
Maybe, but Nick having Novigrad advantage here is quite big, even though it does come at a huge tempo loss of effectively giving up round 1. But quite a bit in these decks. The fact that Nick actually has sort of targeted control beyond a brawler means that some of the units that Myamon plays are not really that safe. Both even playing Exora as well brings another element that we don't see in sort of other Syndicate decks brought today.
Yeah.
But
Myamon has ship that can play some role in Exora adventures, I suppose. The blue one, if it's not doomed, might come back. Okay.
Very well be the
Oh,
deal of a
wait.
lifetime.
The piggy here would have been happy to do oink oink, but it won't because on the other hand, the candle is
down.
a little bit.
I was gonna say candle missing, but maybe lucky to not find the open sesame to actually choose the eavesdrop and drawing probably the best possible draw there. Helps play around this Horson Jr. getting anything you need out of range. And no one doesn't play more else either, so going tall as you like is basically unanswerable by Myamon. I mean, really barring that Exora. Well, okay, board wipe. It's board wipe. That's just what brawlers love to do. Absolute knockouts on all sides.
Yeah. The fighting club is open, and the winner
Yes.
for now is clear on this board state because yeah, apparently he's traveling to Novigrad now to fight everyone he can find there.
But yeah, waiting for opponents to show up. We'll see what the retinue behind this brawler looks like. It is just an Oxenfurt guard right now. Always need a bit of security to scare away any overbearing fans.
Oh, look.
Actually, I gotta spend on the payroll.
This is the first time I've seen payroll specialist actually getting his tribute triggered. Probably in the past 4 years, yes, maybe somewhere on release. Just to
Wait, this card was introduced in Merchants of Affair? This card was introduced in the first year after Homecoming.
Yes, that's why 4 years. Maybe on release I've seen some. Well, it was a slightly different at the beginning anyway.
So it's been through like 3 different versions or something, all about movement and all never seen play.
And all moving this card nowhere.
Yeah.
So, are you passing here? No.
This is Shiok being committed, so quite a big play. Getting bodies to play around the Exora. And potentially threatening your own boat, even potentially if you want to go for, which only one Sesame. You might want to play this Shady Vendor first. The King of Beggars is in deck. Maybe you don't want to play boat just yet.
Oh, wait for the best fires.
But it's kinda anti-Exora spans.
Yeah.
But okay, Nick decides to commit to dealing with the tokens, so small units. Of course, there is a candle, there is the god himself to buff it.
Yeah. If it's able to delay the Exora 3 turns, that could potentially make an even bigger Exora, although Oxenfurt Garberries can kind of get in the way of that.
Okay, so
There's an open sesame.
should be coming
Damien
back.
out. Yeah, and Redania is also a pretty nice sort of counter to the Exora as well. Especially at the 8 Vice, if you're using your open sesames on the Acherontia, it's unlikely the Exora is sort of getting more than 1, maybe 2 kills per turn. And Candle sort of protects a bit. Boosting Boat is interesting. Yeah,
Okay,
after seeing the Jacques, you'd expect the Acherontia to come through, and it does.
Let's see, where does it lead us? Yeah, I was like, and this is the best. No, no way. Another.
No. I think you're right. That was either the point where you pass or you decide to go quite a bit further in, and Myamon took the second option.
Okay, so all the points in the world.
I wasn't fine King of Beggars.
Still. Also KOB is at 4. And you'd need another Shady Vendor, Salamander Trigger. Man, people are struggling. That's why KOB is like, what are you doing with your discounts? Pay the full price and I'll jump earlier. With the discounts you'll struggle. Okay, so...
Which is ironic.
Yeah. So Nick is buffing to 10, which puts it out of junior range. Yeah, Izora is nowhere to be seen, so there are no lines with sniping multiple units. And Myamon spent a lot already. So is Nick just floating a ship, putting Izora and spending from there? Is that the plan? Seems like it.
Yeah, feeling safe. There's an open sesame in Myamon's graveyard, but it's a 3 counter. I don't see a way to sort of easily trigger it here, especially with no sort of passive coinage coming through from the Novigrad to help you get an extra sort of trigger each turn.
So you drew.
Oxenvert God, he would be super slow tempered to play, and this Wilson Jr. not looking super convincing unless you maybe just kill this executioner off.
Get the coin spent with the candle, but yeah, you are still 1 short on the sesames. Oh yeah, spent with the guard, doesn't matter. Still counter 2, counter 1, and you're done. So getting this cleric was also helpful, considering the Izora alliance.
Yeah. So many small tokens, the Xora just does not have fun cleaning up.
Nick of course has double sesame in the graveyard on the same counter, but 2 is alright because you are getting, unless you are getting with cashback with King of Beggars on the same turn somehow. So what's
Just
the big here?
Shady vendor, though it feels like you'll be like over profiting way too much most likely. Unless you just try and find like a payday or something. But no, this is all basically guaranteed to profit a ton. This is like 0 coinage right now from the open sesame. Only gonna trigger later on, and there's the King of Beggars.
Like I have this oinking peak. I need something on in the other hand to hold in the other hand. This cannot continue. Okay, so
I'm just holding my head right now in shame.
Morale's at tribute 6 with 5 coins.
Has the wrong leader to get the tribute. Oh my god.
Things are
Still
happening.
can trigger these. Oh no, open sesame's all used. Can trigger the boat one more time. But yeah, and the SR will be able to do so. You shouldn't take the tribute on it, just spend the King of Beggars instead. Okay, does it? Probably doesn't make it. Actually, it shouldn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Really.
Step by step, getting there. Nick got there.
Would have had one more point going into round 3, perhaps, or maybe slightly more.
What's the aftermath of this great clicking in and spending spree?
Honestly,
Killer?
players tend not to have much left on either side.
Like, yeah, Myamon has Izora. She's here.
if you're even able to just get one
Okay.
kill, with the fact that neither player has many units to play here, like Xora can get a lot of value. Ooh, though this Lich Hunt's execution. Oh my god.
Especially with like shady vendor, but Myamon needed coins from a bank.
Myamon can't generate coins.
Yeah, at all.
It's over. I guess the Mulligan was forced to find
Yeah.
the bank, but
Like the bank was
Oh my-
only winning card for him, right? The guards are doing
Just
nothing.
needed that-
Salamander
yeah.
Mage is not doing much without coins. Yay, profit! So, for all the mishaps Nick had, Myamon also spent everything. Well, connection loss is probably unnecessary here, but yeah, the coins saved.
I want to get off this Syndicate wild ride.
Bam! You played Prophet and now I'll give you another one. Huh? One is also amount
Gets
of...
to the spender, I suppose.
There is the Sesame that we forgot about, by the way. It wouldn't be enough if it triggered with like one click. But yeah, okay, we forgot about those coins. And it might have
But
been...
you needed to play the Shade Spender first anyways, right? To get the profit from that, to then get the Brawler to get the Open Sesame back.
yeah. I guess
Which-
he needed some coins anyway, yeah. But
Maybe
man, what a
something
game,
else.
what a mess.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, this is the top level gameplay that we all wanted. I don't even know what's happening with King of Vegas anymore. It's not like the players are playing bad, it's just how are we getting all these super unlucky events all at the same time?
I suppose they are triggering the ships multiple times, so it's bound to happen, but why is it
Yes.
quite often like the first pull? I'm not sure. But okay, now, the moment you were all waiting, there is an Alumni deck coming, and it will be played twice by Nick, or maybe once if he is winning, but you can see the triumph of Alumni here, right now, provided to you by Matol, casting by Kungfoorabbit and Lemon. You are enjoying it on this May Saturday, and this is Alumni, and there is a lot of to learn from this deck. Like all the placements of your units on correct rows, finding the defender and necessary cards in round 1. So yeah, let's savor this moment, enjoy it.
Yeah, this is... Oh gosh, Myamon has to win with monsters against his Alumni units. Nick can just take over the game.
Yeah.
And we'll see how Myamon can deal with that when he lacks the tools to really deal with such things. And there's the defender for Nick right now.
And
Has AA to find the Letitia, both students in hand, as well as just a Rune Word sitting there to boot.
But still, no hit wave in the deck. And in this
No.
list, no verification as well. So Necromancer's Dome is Myamon's win con. Oh look, the defender, there you go. It's at 11 power, it's with all the statuses
Failed.
possible.
Can't even.
It has armor.
even.
You can look at it, you cannot bleed it, but you have to play something melee because, well, obvious reasons. It's a shame
you
that
can wait a
Alumni
bit.
students are not, well, the students are not working anymore in the opposite row. And yeah, also.
No. Yeah. Before you people knew it to Gwen, Alumni's orders were always, sorry, the students' orders were always blocked to the row they were on. But the phase was not blocked. So you move them, they'll still have the patient tick, but couldn't use that order. But that got changed so that both parts are row locked. Okay, here's the Letitia. This is the first Letitia we've really seen today that might stick.
I mean, Letitia was clicked in one of the games before, providing like +3.
Alright.
But
Oh, sorry, yeah. But that was passed quite early. It's 7.
yeah.
Myamon might do similar, yeah.
Okay, this time around, operator into the self-eater and not into the fladder. And yeah, you have to play the front row anyway. We do see Banner student getting a shield around, playing around the crown damage, unicorn damage.
Yeah, can basically just go for maximum that value here. Not really splitting the self-eaters. Wonder if this is might just be maximizing.
This is so painful. Like you're not getting those engines anymore.
This yeah, no Sabbath yet for Nick, but perhaps in the next turn, he use the Rain Secret Service to purify the Switch Apprentice and it will start boosting up to high heavens.
Apparently Myamon is aware of that and has to answer a locked unit of his own origin. Oh look, added to the adapt. Wee!
3-point turn engine, just add insult to injury.
I hope you guys are having as much fun as we do here.
Nekarat, no flutter on board just yet. Probably coming down next. Maybe this Ring of Favor will favor Myamon enough to deliver a round win, but this is already 4 patients on the Aretusa student, 3 patients on the Banard student, 6 patients on the Letitia.
Okay, maybe Nick forgets to click Letitia and passes. That's counting as a win condition, right?
That's a good joke. Yeah. I don't know how many games of Alumni Nick has played, but I think he could probably play this deck in his sleep with the amount of Alumni that he's played.
+5. And we go again.
Oh, there's Letitia click.
Letitia
says, this is the time, which I think I shall.
I think 11 damage is enough for me, says Nick. Against the deck that is playing engines. Yeah, okay.
Could even just shuffle this 11 damage Banard student back into the deck with Practice Makes Perfect if you so choose.
That's not ideal.
Okay, now that's looking even more tempting off a line.
Yeah, I mean the damage is not ideal. Leaving it at 1. Like, sure, you don't get the zeal on this one.
It's Alumni.
Yeah, costs you an Alumni, but also guarantees you a round win. 19. Yeah. Okay, guarantees is probably a bit too strong of a word, but the second card is Golden Necker, so...
Yeah, unless you get ahead here, or you bluff, but you're not in a position to bluff.
It's, yeah, it's a disaster. No, don't play it. Although, don't play it is also just the end of it.
I mean, yeah, it's do or don't. You kind of not in a great spot either way. But Nick has sort of telegraphed that he's wanting to pass next turn. Clicking all the orders on the students already means that I have no reason to stay in this round. My engines are not doing anything. I just want to get out. So...
he plays it. I'm 100% sure he's playing it. He is doing it. But I'm not sure why Golden Necker is being lit up, but he's not doing it! Okay.
It would be suicide, I think.
Yeah, but now you're playing around against 12 damage, 12 buff, and 11 damage. So this is not the end.
At least this way you're losing to Nick in an honorable duel. Doing it the other way, you'll just be shooting yourself in the foot.
That's a choice Myamon had. I guess if it's a ring and some playable card. Although what was playable there? The bronze would not be enough, and you had to play ring first anyway.
Yeah. Just
Most
between a
likely. I didn't
whole
do the
chapter
exact
of
math.
Wizards. Okay. So, Alumni, do you bleed here? Yep, you bleed. Get the shiny value. 12 patients out as a student? We need more.
Yeah, unicorn's gone, damage crown gone. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, not even
protected from
shield.
the
Like
rift
you don't
by
even
the
have to
shiny.
shield a 4-point card anymore.
So even Deckless, yeah, only threat is this Riptide, which the shiny is gonna give her life to protect.
Oh, welcome to the show, guys. If you're just queuing, we are enjoying our time with Alumni and some wholesome monster list, but not really wholesome. We've seen how it works out if all the components click and matchup is favorable.
Yeah, you know, wholesome as in Alumni is gonna blow holes in it.
Wait, look. There is just... Nikon's just playing 4 provision, 4 power cards. What is there to complain? From hand. It's not his fault that the counter says damage an enemy unit by 12.
What do you do here as well? And do you neck? If you neck her, that's like all your round 3 plan gone. Or do you play a bronze where this Fleder and Witch Apprentice, they're just not set up to their engine value properly, and this Brewers is just 6 points.
I think you are just sacrificing peak. No. Okay.
Okay, you can get card
there is
advantage
also an
this way.
interesting special. Let's see what is.
Yeah.
It's fine-ish. Could have been worse, I suppose.
It's not bad, I guess. You get the Necrorat back. I'll just go to the Shadow Realm.
So you play Flatter, and you are like, I can boost my Flatter to 7. That's, well, great. Not many
Wait,
things.
doesn't even...
Not many things kill 7 power units.
Nick doesn't even care about purifying the bleeding. It just uses secret servers to purify the doomed on the archer as a student, so it can be necromancy again in round 3.
It's that great. Has AA, so he'll find something.
Yeah,
The only
okay,
thing
yes.
is,
Nick
yeah, I suppose find in PMP, casting contest, and Mahaka Mail, and mulliganing into the siege ladder and the rune ward, but even like mulliganing into a rune ward would be, and that's the 5-card disaster.
Yeah. Look,
That
yeah, there's
is
also the
not
the
happening.
students without any patience, but there's the go hard, there's the Nero, and yeah. Alright. Let's show us the true power of Alumni here, Nick. Just what we've all been waiting for. Kung Fu has been waiting all day for this. He was telling me
Yes.
all about this before.
Okay, maybe monsters have a chance. They have a 5-power engine that is not being triggered outside of this Witch Apprentice anymore.
Yeah, and this Witch Apprentice is totally gonna get its Sabbath nice and soon.
What to choose? What to choose? Okay, maybe there are not enough things to damage with the full 14 firepower, so we'll just go for the student and learn a thing or two.
It's basically as good as Alumni because it's not gonna get answered, it's just going to even more power. 17 boost on this Alumni right now. Just shields, because denying bleeding value is as much use as shield is going to do here.
Yeah, how many points? Guys, how many points? Is it needing? Okay, there are double student. There are students in the deck with no education whatsoever.
Yeah, the Skirhart is going to be greeted for a casting contest because you don't want a PMP with the current state of Nick's deck having 2 students and no alumni in it. And Myamon is for the next open.
Okay, Nick decides to click. We
Just go for the PMP.
Yeah, decided to go for PMP and even
Rolls it.
all the luck he didn't have in that previous game. This match is just perfect. Look, he got over 100. I was like, will he get there? Will he not? He gets there.
If only they knew.
Doesn't even use the last leader. Doesn't use the last leader.
Okay, GG's. Well done.
Well played. All lens of
And
penalty
yeah,
from
that's leading to what we were talking about in the beginning. Like, knowing your opponent and maybe expecting Alumni, maybe this mind game of, you know, I know that you probably are taking it, but then you know that and you're not taking it. And yeah, Alumni is still getting played, and we're congratulating Nick with winning the crown points and also the GWENT Open #2 title and getting what, $225, 30 crown points. Well done. It was an interesting day. Yeah. Not every game went as we expected. King of Beggars was probably the one stable constant that didn't really change
Yes.
throughout the day. So,
Yeah, and yeah, with that win, Nick now is going to be second in the world in terms of crown points ranking. It's in a very good spot going into the qualifiers for the mid-season tournament, the mid-season challenger.
okay, Matol also pointed out that we had Nick win with all 4 decks. I clicked the wrong button and Nick has 4 crowns for 4 factions, but it works in the end. Indeed, he won the event, so every deck is a victorious one, and Squirtle is victorious by putting that ban onto yourself and onto itself and not to Alumni, for example. So
Yeah.
hope you guys enjoyed the, well, 2 opens by now and 1 Gwent World Cup with all the qualies and all the casting we've been providing. And Matol, thank you once again for organizing it. Another smooth event with no pauses.
Thank you, Matol.
Thanks to the players as well, because, well, they are available and we don't have to, like, break the event between a couple of days. People are committed to Gwent participation.
Yes.
So yeah, and yeah, thank you for joining. We haven't casted in a while with ya, and it's always a pleasure. Much appreciated on joining me on your side as well. So good night, I guess, for ya. And guys, spam lemon in chat because that gives you the link you would not want to miss. It leads to the to the best places of Twitch.
Gosh, that's high praise coming from Kung Fu yourself. But yeah, thank you for having me along as a co-caster. A lot of fun as always. Great games today. Congrats to Nick for taking the win. Also to Myamon for making it to the semi-final, but not able to retain the crown this time. And yeah, huge shout out to Matol, not only organizing the tournaments, but doing an amazing job organizing, making sure things run smooth as silk. I think these are the best run tournaments I've ever taken part in on sort of any side of organizing, casting, playing in all my years of being part of Gwent. And yeah, really excited to see what's going to unfold as we look forward to the mid-season challenger.
Yeah, so you can always support Matol, guys. The links are in chat under !crowdfund and also on the screen. I'm not sure, we weren't really asking for the updates from Matol, but hopefully, at least somewhat, we are feeling the the goal for the challenger. Of course, there is also some promised fund from the beginning, but yeah, consider supporting. We are thankful we got to like over $500 for the Gwent World Cup. And yeah, Lemon mentioned the community challenger, the prize pools, etc. on the screen, also qualification conditions, but the dates, let's talk about those. So June 8th and 9th is top 4 qualifier, double elimination with 2 players added to the challenger participants list, and then top 8 crown point qualifier is on June 15, 16, single elimination, and 1 player is added to the winner of crown points rankings, and 2 qualified from the top 4 qualifiers. So we are having challenger with 4